Is there an empty green chair anywhere, man? Hold your hand up if there's an empty green chair next to you. Anybody?
You need one more?
Yes, we do.
All right, let's get
Okay. Everyone except for Benson, who's not in the chair. Have a seat. Right here, Benson.
raise your hand. Raise your hand.
The thrills of live performance. This is the fifth grade beginning band. Still in their first semester, so we still consider them beginners, although they've come quite a way since the first concert. We've learned a couple new notes, but the biggest thing is that we're playing songs in different ways. Our first concert, everything was basically in unison, everybody playing the same thing at the same time. Now we start to split things up a little bit. First piece we're going to play is an example of that. It's a duet, two different parts, a melody and a harmony part, a duet of Orly, or if you're an Elvis fan, Love Me Tender. Thank you. Just a reminder that there are 126 young musicians on the stage. This is by now, there are 109 fifth grade beginners, and the rest are a small group of sixth grade beginners. But that is by far the most in one band that we've had performing here on the stage at Highland Hills. Next piece we're going to play is Frere Jacques in a 4-part round. So they're all playing the same thing, but at different times, which is adding another level of difficulty. Another thing we've added on this concert is percussion. You may have noticed bass drum and snare drum on that one. You'll also hear some auxiliary percussion, woodblock, triangle, sleigh bells, and suspended cymbal as we go through. So we're adding that to the mix as well. The next piece we're going to play is Jingle Bells. Next piece, since we actually are in the midst of Hanukkah, I believe we are. Yes, we are. Next song is My Dreidel, Hanukkah song. And this is kind of a challenge. We threw the band for a loop, because most of these songs we've been working on for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I said, let's do a song. It's not very difficult, but let's do a song and just see if we can play it on the concert with a couple days' work. We started this one on Monday. Okay, for the concert. So this is My Dreidel. The same notes, very basic notes, but some tricky rhythms. If you know anything about music, this one has lots of pickup notes and pickups in the middle of the phrase, which for a young musician can be a little tricky. So, My Dreidel. I think that sounded pretty good for 2 days. All right. Next, that's actually an important thing for them to learn. I mean, it's one thing to work on a piece for weeks or months and sound good on it, but how well are you actually reading music? You know, how quickly are you processing the notes on the page and transferring it to your instrument? And if you've been practicing all the stuff that we have been doing for weeks and months, a song like that, you should be able to do, if not the first time, then the second or third time. So, very proud of the band for that. The next piece we are going to play is, wait a second. Up on the Housetop. Next is it's not a holiday piece, but it's a fun piece called Hard Rock Blues. this concert is, of course, the sixth grade advanced band is sitting here, and some of these are a nice trip down memory lane for them having played most of these pieces last year. And one reason we do that, we have the kids listen to each other, is first of all, how to teach them how to be a respectful audience member, and also so the sixth grade advanced band can kind of look back and see how far they've progressed. But then when the beginners are listening to the advanced band, they can, and parents as well, kind of hear what they'll be doing 1 year from now, and it really is quite impressive. Sometimes just to hear the jump from one concert to the next, but actually kind of a glimpse into the future to hear what these kids will be doing next year. You'll get a taste of that when the advanced band takes the stage. The next pieces we're going to play are actual band arrangements, independent lines, especially the low brass and bassoon, playing completely independent lines from the rest of the band, harmony parts, they need to count rests, which means they play and then stop while other people are playing but have to know when to come in. The first one is Old MacDonald Had a Band. Next, a little Ludwig van Beethoven from his Ninth Symphony, Ode to Joy. Obviously, what they're doing is more challenging than the last concert. I'm real pleased with, Mr. Yankee, both pleased with how far they progressed. But some other things you may not have noticed, of course there's a percussion back there. You notice Mr. Yankee is over here. The first concert, he was kind of our percussion wrangler in the back, and we're kind of making sure that everything was going on well back there, but we decided this concert to let them handle that all on their own. You may have seen some percussionists going back and forth from one part to the other. You also notice another thing is there's no piano. The last concert we had the piano background and lead-ins. I'm not counting off, it's all done with watching. And believe me, getting 126 fifth and sixth graders just to start and stop at the same time, let alone play all the stuff in the middle together, it's really quite neat to be up here, being in front of that when it happens. Our final piece is our first, I would say, real piece of band music. The last two band arrangements we played were rather short. maybe 3 or 4 lines out of our book. This is a full page of sheet music, a full band arrangement. It's called First Christmas March. See how many different Christmas carols you can hear in this one. Now we're going to take just a moment to switch groups. Advanced band, you'll be following Mr. Yankee. Go up the back there. Go up the back. Do not go up the ramp.